Let me ask, do I sound like Charlie Brown's teacher, want, 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 when I start talking about content creation systems or processes? Trust me, I get it. The whole concept can feel like a foreign language, especially when you're already juggling your podcast and your coaching business. Some of you might even wonder why bothering to create more content is important. Does it really help with lead generation? Spoiler alert, it absolutely does. Why does repurposing your podcast content matter? As a health and wellness coach with a podcast, or maybe you have a dream of a podcast, you're already creating amazing content. But did you know that you can stretch that content farther without reinventing the wheel? I don't know about you, but that sounds pretty magical. It's time to discover the benefits of repurposing your podcast episodes for other platforms. 1, it helps you maximize your efforts. You've already poured your heart and soul into your podcast episodes. When you transform those into blog posts, social media ideas, or even videos, you're getting more mileage out of the work that you've already done. One thing you may have heard me mention before is Descript. I love using Descript to create audiograms for my social media from my podcast episodes. 2, it allows you to reach a wider audience. Not everyone consumes content the same way. I don't even consume content the same way. Sometimes I'd rather read a blog post than listen to a podcast or watch a video. But some people do love to listen to podcasts during their morning run, when they're out walking their dogs, folding laundry to make the task a little more fun, while others prefer reading a quick blog post with their coffee in the morning. By repurposing your content, you're meeting your ideal client where they are in the format that they prefer to consume content in. Boost your visibility. Hello, SEO. Turning your podcast into written content helps improve your search engine rankings. More quality content means more opportunities for people to find you when you're searching for solutions that you provide. Keywords are amazing, and I did not even realize this until I started to pay attention to SEO and really diving into keyword research. It is amazing. So does repurposing content help you with lead generation? Because let's be real, we're all in business for one reason, and that is to make money. Otherwise, we are not supporting our families. Okay, so maybe you're in business to make an impact, but in order to stay in business, you need to have some lead generation that makes some money. Am I right? So how can repurposing your podcast content supercharge your lead generation? Again, let's hit on the SEO benefit. When you optimize written content for your podcast, you can help your website rank higher in search results, and that drives more organic traffic for you. And I don't know, I'm guessing you're not at the spot where you just want to run continuous ads all the time, so you need to be driving organic traffic. Social media engagement. When you're sharing those little snippets, quotes, highlights from your episodes on your social media, you can attract new followers and potential clients. Email marketing. Don't forget to let your list know that you have a new podcast. You can include that podcast recap or related content in your newsletter that keeps your subscribers engaged and remind them of the value that you provide. Lead magnets. You can create freebies like checklists or guides based on your podcast topics to encourage people to join your list. However, friends, I do encourage you to have one standard lead magnet that you drive everybody to so that you're not spreading it too thin. Trust me, I've learned this one on my own. Simplifying the content creation process. Now I know what you're thinking. Michelle, this sounds like a lot of extra work. But here's the secret. Having a content creation process actually saves you time and energy in the long run. The more organized you are, the less scattered you'll feel, and the more you'll believe that your dream is absolutely worth the effort. We both know it is. So what's the process? Let's run through it together. Your first step is identify who you help. I'm sure this one's not a shocker. Everybody talks about it. Before you start repurposing, you want to make sure that you're crystal clear on who you're speaking to and the problem that you solve. And if you want to get into things like age, interests, and needs, you can do that too. Where are they hanging out? Do they like Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Pinterest? Knowing this also helps you tailor your content to where they're already looking for solutions. 2, you want to have relevant topics. You want to have topics for your podcast that actually resonate the most with your audience and focus on the problems that you solve that they are actively looking for answers about. As a coach, zoning in on your passion areas makes your content more authentic and impactful. Gather and organize your content. Use your podcast transcript as the starting point. Highlight those key points. Pull out quotes and insights that can stand alone as a blog post or a social media update, like those Instagram carousels where you can have a different point on every page. It's like mining for gold in your content that you've already created. Creating an outline. So outlines aren't just for new content. It's super helpful when you're repurposing too. They help you organize your thoughts and ensure your repurposed content flows well and hits all the important points that you spoke about. 5, write and redefine. Transform your spoken words into written ones. Yeah, funny how it is. How we talk and how we read things, or how we listen to things and how we read things, are completely different. So you need to make sure you're editing for clarity, add any additional insights, and tweak the language to suit the platform. I'm wordy, so when I go to write my blog post, you can guess that a lot of the words are taken out to be clear and concise. So if you're writing your blog, your Instagram caption, or you're sending an email to your list, it's important to know what platform you're on and how you should repurpose it for that. Number 6 is edit and revise. So take the time to review and polish your content. And hey, I don't throw any stones here. Typos happen to the best of us, even after multiple reviews. The goal is to make your content as clear and error-free as possible. And hey, you can always copy and paste it in chat and ask them to edit it for you. 7, publish and promote. Finally, share your repurposed content with the world. Post it on your blog, share it to your social media, email it to your subscribers, and don't be shy about asking your community to spread the word and let them know. One more point. Don't be afraid to reuse and republish that content later down the road. So if you're struggling in 3 months from now to come up with different posts that you need to put on your social media, go back through your content archives and put it out there again. You can tweak it just a little bit and still have the same message, and someone's going to read it and more than likely have not remembered that that's something that you've done before, because you have to have so many touch points with somebody before they actually are like, yes, I want to work with this person. Okay, friends, it's time to wrap this up. After all that, I hope that you're no longer hearing Charlie Brown's teacher want when it comes to the content creation process. Repurposing your podcast content is not just a smart move, friends. It's essential for the growth of your coaching business and to boost your lead generation efforts. Not only that, friends, it helps you to save so much time and energy in the long run. Thank you so much for your time. If you've got any questions or need a little help getting started with repurposing your podcast content, please feel free to drop me a line. Above all, we are a content repurposing agency, and we are so happy to be able to help our customers take their podcast and redistribute it to the world in different forms. Thank you again so much for listening. I appreciate you, and I hope you make it a wonderful week. Remember, your message deserves to be heard and read by those who need it the most. Yay! Thank you so much for listening. I hope that you found this episode valuable and learned some actionable tips that you can implement in your business so that you can feel accomplished and less stressed. If you enjoyed this show, please take a quick minute to share this with your business bestie, subscribe, and leave a review. It helps me reach more business owners just like you. And if you have any questions or topics you'd like me to cover in future episodes, please reach out to me on my website. I've created a form just for you. Remember, with the right system and mindset, you can achieve the success your heart desires. Thank you for tuning in. I look forward to chatting with you next time. I appreciate you and I hope you have a wonderful week. And don't forget, let's grow, friends.